I recently rode my, I have a little folding bicycle from the company in London. I don't say their name because they're not sponsoring me officially, so I'm not going to tell people what company I bought the bike from, but a very nice folding bicycle, and I recently rode it 2,500 kilometers across Europe, which was pretty fun. And I also, I did an 1,800 kilometer ride in the United States from my hometown north of Seattle all the way to San Francisco. And during that ride, I stopped in Seattle and I went to a show. And the show was by this cabaret artist called Lady Rizzo, and she's amazing and she's great. And I got there a little late, I rode my bike over, I was so excited to see Lady Rizzo, she's my favorite, she's really wonderful. And I went and saw the show, and it was really great, except the guy next to me, the guy who was sitting next to me was these little tables like a comedy club. He was doing this. Which was weird. And so, you know, this poor man clearly has some sort of, you know, condition or something. I won't say anything about it because that, you know, and then eventually him and his friend got up and left. And I sort of thought it was weird, but whatever. I watched the rest of the show and it was a wonderful show. Oh, it was so great. So the next day, in the newspaper, there was a review of the show. And the review of the show was by a man named David Shrader, who was the man sitting next to me. And David Shrader spent 100 words talking about the show and 180 words talking about the man who sat next to him. Now, this is also crucial because this is the very first review I ever received in a major American newspaper. Would you folks like to hear the review?
Yeah.
Here's the first 100 words. Last night we had the good fortune to attend the triple door performance by Lady Rizzo. She had a beautiful voice. Beautiful song, cover song. That's the first 100 words, whatever. Here are the following 180. Unfortunately, the performance of Lady Rizzo was temporarily upstaged by the attendee who was led to his seat near us just as the show began, and immediately began issuing forth gigantic waves of stink. The man was in his 20s with a big full beard and the clothes of a man who spent the day working outdoors, maybe construction, maybe panhandling. Close enough. But this was no common end-of-day musk. No. This was hardcore BO with mossy, slept-in-the-rain underpinnings, and it was so hard to ignore, we eventually had to change seats. When our waitress brought our check to our table, she apologized profusely about the astounding stench, and joked that the man's smell might make the area temporarily inhabitable. That's either a typo or I personally think the waitress was secretly on my side. We enjoyed the rest of the show and then went home. So here's the thing. It bothers me that this man, David Shrader, a well-known theater critic in Seattle, talked to the staff, talked to his friends, talked to the entire readership of the paper he writes for, which is not inconsiderable, and didn't talk to me. So I wrote him a song, which is quite popular in Seattle, and was eventually sent to him. He then wrote me a response saying that I clearly didn't know how to read. Yeah. So this song is called I'm So, So Sorry, an open letter to David Shrader. I'm being very clear about who I want to talk to. David Shrader and no one else. I'm sorry you think that I smell. I just wanted to watch that show, not make your life a hell. Excuse me, my gigantic waves of stink, which will be the name of my metal band if I ever make one. I got here on a bike. It's not my fault. There's a giant hill between Ballard and 4th and Pike. That's some Seattle geography for you. I ride a bike because it keeps me skinny. I ride a bike because I like being outside. I ride a bike because it gives me endorphins. And that is why I'm standing here to say I'm so sorry I smell bad, so sorry I smell bad, so terribly, awfully, frightfully sorry. So sorry I smell bad, sorry I smell bad. Next time just tell me and I'll move away. I've been told from time to time that I have an odor, especially when I've ridden my bicycle across a town. It seems to me the best course would have been to speak up, so you could have done your job and written about the show instead of this poor sad clown. I'm so sorry I smell bad, so sorry I smell bad, so terribly, awfully, frightfully sorry, so sorry I smell bad, sorry I smell bad. Next time just tell me and I'll move away. I know it can be frightening, opening your mouth, turning to your fellow man and letting words come out. Excuse me, sir. But if you'd been a grown-up while we both were there, I could have changed your situation had I been aware. I'm so sorry I smell bad, so sorry I smell bad, so